Hello everyone, welcome to another video. I'm Randy and this is a contest entry. And this is a contest entry for Glen Kellaway and his channel Glen Kellaway from the Basement. And he's probably one of my best friends in the VC. And I remember first seeing Glen in a video when I was just looking around different videos when I first started looking at videos in the VC. And I remember the first one I saw for Glen is he was acting like there was a press conference, and he was like a press agent. He would put on this hat and it said press on there, and he'd ask the question, and he'd take off the hat, and then he had to answer it like he was the artist. Thought it was different. But anyway, we've been able to communicate back and forth. We've done some videos together. We do sports beat with Rich Strickler. And then we've done a video of our favorite Van Morrison songs with Sam St. John. Just starting to name drop now that Glen is big and getting almost to 1,000 subscribers. Yeah, let's get him there. And anyway, so he has a contest, and it all revolves around progressive rock, which he's really big into. I'm not quite as big as Glen on this. And for one thing, I'm not really sure what progressive rock is exactly, but I'm going to attempt this contest where he wants us to show 3 progressive rock albums. So here we go. First one I'm going to show is Emerson, Lake and Palmer and their album Brain Salad Surgery. Now I think one of the first things to do if you're a progressive rock artist is have a hard time finding what the songs are on your record. So if you got to pull out this like lyric sheet, and you can find out what some of the songs are. But this one has probably most famous is the Greg Lake ballad, and that he sings Still You Turn Me On. But part of it is they got to Carn Evil 9, which someone called rock music on steroids, where they kind of use classical music and synthesizers and just full, I don't want to say overblown, but it's pretty wild. And they say that you got the first impression on side 1 at the end, and then the whole second side is Carn Evil 9 first impression, part 2, Carn Evil 9 second impression, and Carn Evil 9 third impression. But and they also do song Jerusalem, which was a William Blake poem that was converted to a song about 100 years later by Sir Charles Perry. But I think that quite qualifies as a progressive rock album. And Emerson, Lake and Palmer, Brain Salad Surgery. All right, and the second one I'm going to show is Jethro Tull, Aqualung, and this is the 2011 Steven Wilson remix, which sounds amazing. And unlike some of the other progressive artists, they do actually have the song titles on the back of this, although it's kind of written in kind of an old English typeface that's a little hard to read, but it does have Aqualung on here, the title track, and Locomotive Breath and Cross-Eyed Mary, 3 big songs that most people know. But what this reminds me of is, and it took me a while to get this because I was so familiar with it, because they had, in the college I went to, my first 2 years, in the dorms, each floor was like a house. It was kind of like a fraternity. So you got to know all the people. And there was a guy in there that would always play this album, and he would hang out and lip sync in the hall with it going full blast. And he looked a lot like Ian Anderson. So that's what I always think about when I think of this album, Aqualung. But that's my second pick. And this last group, I'm not sure if you would call them progressive rock, but I'm going to include them. For one reason, they don't have their song titles on their album, so they got to be progressive rock for me. And it's actually the group Man, and this is their album Rhinos, Winos, and Lunatics. They're a group out of Wales, and they've also been called pub rock, progressive rock, They do a lot of experimentation on here, and a little jamming, so I'm going to include them. You can tell me if I'm wrong. They have a couple of really cool intros on this, the intro and the exit. And the exit comes right after probably the best song on the album, which is Scotch Corner, which they do a lot of cool instrumental breaks in that song. And Taking the Easy Way Out's a really good, pretty good pub rocker. So they do a little of everything on here, and I'm including them. I hope I don't get discounted for that. And everyone subscribe to Glen's channel, and Glen Kellaway from the Basement, and I'll leave a link below for his contest. Everyone take care.